right, so we're on our walk now, and you'll notice that my structure is not super tight right now, but there are certain things that we've already learned, and that's that if I say no, you're gonna get a leash pop. So I'm gonna say no, pop, and she goes, okay, that's good to know, because I can kind of start to pair that marker, no, with minding her own business. Hi. Come here. What are you doing?
I found a spot.
Yeah, she did. She said, I smell something here. Come on. Yay, good girl. Run, run, run. Good girl. Good job, Mama. Notice how natural and organic and holistic that was. No intervention or pops or, it's just like letting her meet people can be an intrinsic reward. I love the view from here. It's always so beautiful. So this actually goes all the way around, and I'm gonna be over here by downtown Nashville here in just a second. And there's a little overlook, and that's what we're aiming for. That's where we're trying to go right now. Look at that good girl. Notice all the exploring. So I'm gonna tell her, good girl. So notice how she stayed on this side of that thing. And I'm just holding the leash with my thumb through the loop. And she's starting to catch the rhythm of not having to hit the end of this, okay? Now, this is gonna be a big test because there's a sheepdog in here. I did not know that this was a thing. Apparently it is. We're just gonna keep moving. There are sheep up here. I had no freaking clue that there were sheep. So this is actually really a wonderful surprise. She is so pumped right now. Oh my. What an excellent distraction that is. Hi, buddy. Tell her. Say, she needs to leave us alone. Yeah. They'll kick your butt. They will kick your butt. Look at that. Livestock guardian dogs at work. Do not disturb. Targeted grazing. That's kind of cool. We survived it, okay? That is the first time she's ever had an experience of that. For sure. Yeah, that was high arousal. So you notice I stayed calm. I didn't give any commands. I kept my leash grip and I just kept moving forward. She did everything that she did back there was so biologically appropriate. And honestly, I'm not gonna correct her for it. Hi. Did you see some puppy dogs? Come on. Yes, good girl. There's downtown. Look at that, girl. So notice my markers. I can use no or a sound. She starts to learn what's my business and what's not. So I can't tell if these people they don't have a dog, but he is on a cane. So I'm gonna kind of watch how I do this here. He's an older guy. Good girl. There we go. What a beautiful view. Check that out. Easy pop right there. So I kind of slowed her down. So there's a guy with a dog up here. So we're gonna get past that point. I'm gonna give her a nice firm correction for trying to go say hi to the dog without permission, which is she's definitely gonna do. No, pop. And then I'm gonna pull her this way. Yes. Good. Let's go. No. Mind your own business. Oh, say hi. Say hi. Relax your pressure. Relax your leash pressure. Relax. There you go. Oh, you say hi? You say hello? Just so you know, there's two livestock guardian dogs over there.
Absolutely.
It took me by surprise. I was like, holy crap.
Oh, they get kind of dark, man.
Yeah, good girl. Say hi, Big Bernice.
He's very friendly. He's
Good girl.
He's a humper, though.
What's his name?
Rocky.
He's adorable.
Thank you. Yeah,
Good
he's very
girl.
friendly, just,
Come here, Rye.
an occasional
Rye,
humper.
come on. Come on. I'm gonna pull her away. Come on, right here. Good girl. Yeah. So just letting her have these interactions where I can kind of see how she actually wants to interact and how she meets other dogs. That little neck flick is very, very common. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to interrupt it, okay? Now, this area right here, honestly, I'll probably come here again and use this as a fetch track for Annie. Oh man, the wind today is so freaking perfect. This is beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful weather. All right, there's some old steps right there. This is so cool. This is my kind of shit right here. All right, we're gonna turn back this way. Just look at the view. I mean, for real, there's the Batman building. And this is literally 5 minutes from Mom's house, from her where she lives. I think I could probably see her building from here. I bet I can, if I knew what it looked like. All right, we're gonna go up the hill now. Come on. Come on. She hasn't been up here yet. Yay, go run. What do you think, girl? Notice how she's starting to stop short a little bit, too. It's wonderful. Wonderful, girl. Yeah, very good. Nice job. She's almost even getting close to heel territory where she's healing, but we're just kind of letting her be. Little free walk here. This is so beautiful. Man, check that out. Got a down limb right here. Can't even imagine what it would have been like to be here back then. This is so neat. I'm gonna stop right there and we're gonna explore for a second. Wow, this is so cool. So I'm guessing these little points are maybe where maybe cannons would have been there. I don't know. This is legit. Hi, sweet girl. What you think, huh? What you think? Well, that's kind of hard to read. They have good little benches here. So this is where the grazing, the controlled grazing is right here. So they have the little fence. Gonna pop that right there. And I don't really want her to get those dogs stirred up again. So I'm gonna let her kind of sniff around for a second and then we're gonna move up to the top. Heck yeah, dude. What a great exposure. And these livestock guardian dogs are pretty impressive, honestly. I don't really know. Look at her, she's about to lay down. She's about tired. She said, I'm tired, Uncle Matt. What do you think, girl? Yeah, you so happy? Did you get to see a dog? Come on. Oh, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. And once we get up to the top, if there's a bunch of people, get out of there. I'm gonna move past that real quick. I don't want her drinking questionable water off the ground. We're gonna let them pass here. Back up. Pop. Yeah. Showing her what's relevant and what's not. Things that I ignore don't have any relevance to us. Good girl. Easy. Stepping on that leash. And now we're at the top here. Free. So it allows me to control where she is, how close she is to me. Good girl. That basic communication system. Here. Yeah. Good girl. Free. Good. I'm gonna back up again. Here. Pop. Yes. Good. Same thing. I'm gonna advocate for this gentleman that is on a cane. Don't want her running and knocking him over. So we're gonna give them some space. Let's go. Good girl. You can tell that directionality is so obvious to her. No. Pop. And I'm not gonna pay it. Good. This is so cool. I bet they have all kinds of snakes and groundhogs up here. All different smells. I'm gonna kind of let her find a little spot to rest here. Beautiful. Beautiful. You ready? Sweet girl. Hi. Right here? Yes. Good girl. Good girl, mama.
Look at that little butt. Look at that little butt.
You so happy? Yeah. So eventually what I would do with a client dog, easy, is I would actually allow her to drag the leash eventually, probably after the first like 3 or 4 days. So she's like, what's going on over here? Rye. Yes. Let's go. Now we're gonna walk up to the edge so we can see the tippy top. She's gonna try to get in that water and I'm gonna tell her no. No. She's not gonna listen. I'm gonna give her a leash pop. Yeah. So she's starting to learn what those little marker words mean. Very, very important. Man, it is so windy up here. Woo! Come on. Let's go up here. Oh my God, it's almost blowing up. Wow! Check this out. This is nuts. I freaking love it. This is called Peach Orchard Hill. Look at that. That is bizarre. See the little points? Leash got stuck on this shard of wood back here. So I'm going to pull that off. There we go. Wow. This is so cool. So I kind of wonder what these little things are right here. That is interesting. Very interesting. But it looks like that whole star shape goes like all the way around pretty much. Beautiful. Right here. Yes. Come on. I know there's people. You gotta come on though. I'm gonna shorten it. Give her a little leash pop. Right. Yes. Good girl. Very nice. See, that's not very tall. I can jump on that with the mat. Good girl. Yes, I'm proud of you, Mama. Pretty damn good for day one. Pretty damn good. I'm proud of you, girlie. You have got a really good head on your shoulders. Very intelligent. As all or most dogs, I would say a good 95% of dogs are way smarter than we give them credit for. I've met a couple dogs that had some neurological issues that are not super smart, but a majority of dogs are way smarter than the clients and owners give them credit for. And that's unfortunate, because if they don't know what their potential is, right here, pressure. Come on. Yes, good girl. No. I'm backing up. Yes. So notice how she's kind of blowing me off a little bit. She's choosing when she recalls. I don't want that. She wants to go say hi to these people, but I don't know if they're gonna want her to say hi to them. So, no. Pop. Yep. Get out of there. So she's learning that when I say no, she's gonna get that leash pop. And this is really, really tempting because this water is over here and she really wants to get to that water and I'm not letting her. So you'll notice that instead of using pressure like a lot of dog trainers would and pressuring her away from this, I'm giving her an actual punishment. I'm adding something to decrease a behavior, which is called positive punishment. Because positive because I'm adding, punishment because it decreases the behavior. This is probably some of the strongest wind I've ever experienced in Nashville. And I'm shocked that I bet these trees, they've got to be super freaking old. Oh, this is marvelous. That makes me wish I had a kite or something. So windy. What do you think, Rai? What do you think, girl? What do you think, girl? You're so pretty. Yeah? Alright. It's a little tight squeeze up there for me. I don't really know that I want to go up there. I was going to wait for them and see if they were going to come down. No. Just trying to go to that water again. We're going to get some water, don't worry. And now we're going to head back down to the truck. And I got to swap and bring Trauma out. And I'm very curious to see how Trauma will act around the sheep and also with the dogs. Very curious. It's a good distraction. Whistle. There's your friends down there. Who is that? Man, it is windy today. I got up there and I was like, okay. Good girl. Girl, come on. Come on, mama. So notice I'm gonna keep moving. Let's go. Pop, right there. So that's the beauty of the long leash, is that it allows the dog to find that. Notice how she stopped before the end, before she hit the end of it there. It teaches the dog to avoid, not to escape from pressure, but to avoid punishment. And the reason that I use all four of the operant conditions is that I save so much time being clear with the dog that they know that there's that punishment that's possible, therefore obedience is probable. Okay? It's one part of the puzzle. And it's a part of the puzzle that a lot of trainers are afraid to show because they aren't real dog trainers. They don't teach owners to live in the world, they teach owners to be shy and shut down and guarded from literally everything. And that's bullshit. Say that's bullshit. We can't do that. We got to live in the world that we are in. Live life on life's terms, right? We're going to come across people. We're going to come across dogs. What do you think, Mama? Yeah. Let's keep moving here. Alright, here comes the guy with his dog again. And we're gonna just see if we can just move past him. Right, let's go. She's gonna zoom ahead because she sees the other dog. Look how beautiful. Good grief. So pretty. Pop, pop. Back up. Right here. Right there. Big aversive correction. Pop. No. I'm gonna do it again. Boom. Come on. Mind your own business, girl.
She's so cute.
She is. She's very friendly. She just has to learn that you can't go up into other dogs' space, you know?
Yeah.
Good girl.
Use some of that too.
Oh, she said, I want you to play with me, bub. What are you doing? What are you doing? Good. Notice how he's turning his head away? He's like, I don't mean any trouble, but she's like being a bitch about it. So I'm going to tell her to stop.
Non-confrontational, which is very like.
Yeah,
but then
he's
he tries
great.
to hump you, which is he's under,
He's awesome, dude. He's great. What a good dog. Yeah, you're being an asshole to him. Yep. We're gonna start working on that. So Trauma's e-collar came in yesterday and we picked it up. So I'll probably use that. So notice how she was kind of pushy. She's like, hey, why aren't you playing with me? And it's because that guy's done a really good job of when we're on the leash, you're under control, you're not having all this high arousal. You're just calm, you know? Very good, mama. Very good. So she was barking in his face and he was like, oh, whatever. Like, he had zero reaction. And I had told the guy before, just relax the leash a little bit. That'll help him feel a little bit more relaxed. But it would be good for her to be acclimated to a prong collar so that there's a little bit more of an aversive punishment if she decides that she wants to get pushy or pay attention to things that are not her business. Because ultimately, when I'm on a structured walk, I don't want her putting relevance on literally everything else. Look at that bird. I want her putting relevance on me at least 20% of the time. You know, like I want her checking in a little bit. I don't want her staring at me to the point where she can't enjoy the environment. I want her to check things out. I want her to be curious. This is great for her. And I would say it's great for me too. I could lose some weight. I could definitely afford to lose some weight. I just love this design of this fort. It's so freaking cool. What the sign actually said was that this fort was never offensively challenged, which means that no one's ever shot at it. So I would love to see if there's one that's really been blasted before. Fort Granger in Franklin might be a good example of that. I'm not sure. It's mostly dirt, but it's on a big hill. Good girl. And there's the welcome center down there. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, a good girl. Are you so happy? So they have all of these little cisterns. I don't know if these used to be, she's chasing a bird over there. I don't know if these used to be tunnels or what, but it's covered up. Not sure if it's original or not. Look at her. Look at that. You see that bird? So I don't necessarily want her to get to that bird. Not here. She might get in trouble, especially this close to the visitor center. She's chasing after a dove. Come on. Get down here. There's a little bird on the edge of that thing right there. Come on. Yeah. But you notice just a little bit of a need for impulse control. So I think what I'll probably do tomorrow when we do this walk somewhere else is we'll probably attach the prong collar and I'll double clip it so it softens the action a little bit, because the flat collar only does so much, you know. She could hit the end of it and be like, I don't really love that, but it's not enough of an aversive correction for her to go, I'm gonna never do that again. Easy, pop. So notice I'm just using my feet right now. We're gonna walk through this little passageway. Good girl. We're gonna get you some water and load your booty up. Yeah, that was so good, girl. So that was exactly 25 minutes right there of just us exploring. Let her be free. Get to meet some people, meet some dogs, experience some surprises. She just lived a whole ass life just then. No, pop right there. to learn how to turn off the pressure. Yep. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Are you so happy? Yeah? You're so good girl. She said, I'm tired, Uncle Matt. I have to take a nap. I need to take a nap. Come on. All right, I'm gonna unlock the truck and we're gonna put her away. And let's get a picture of her out here. Come on. Hi, baby girl. Are you so happy? Was that fun? What a good girl.